Hello and welcome. My name is Nicholas Pergerman. This is my Design 254 toy project. As you can see, it's a red-eyed tree frog. And when you click the button on its back, its eyes open and its tongue sticks out. There's also some other features seen on here, so let's take a closer look. Well, the main function of the toy is when you depress the button on the back, its tongue sticks out and its eyes open. And this is actually a mechanic that's found in nature, as the eyes actually have a membrane that's in between the eyelids, which only conceals the bright red of the eyes and allows it to still see, and this protects it from predators and prey, and it acts as a kind of camouflage. In addition to this, each limb has wires inside which allow the user to wrap it around whatever their environment is, and make a rainforest out of a apartment in Long Beach, say. And its arms, or its hands mind you, actually bend as well, which allows it to grasp objects. And now it's a frog mechanic with a screwdriver. And this actually is something that when I was a child, I remember the G.I. Joes and the Ninja Turtles, their hands never shared the same objects, so I thought it'd be cool to kind of have one toy that could kind of bridge everything and allow multiple toys to be played together from multiple universes. And every arm has the same flexibility, including the back legs, and every arm also has the opposable phalanges. So now we've covered how the toy actually works, let's see if the mechanics are actually driving everything. The bottom housing is comprised of a spring, a trolley that rides on two dovetail joints, and a series of linkages that transfers the motion. That is the spring pulling the trolley, and it transfers it to the tongue. In order to control the motion, a button is added, and it catches a latch that's on the end of the trolley, and when the button is depressed, the tongue sticks out and the jaw opens. And the way this works is there's a little tab here that catches the latch and allows this to move freely, and the dovetail joints could be manufactured using lifters, because they are technically undercuts, but lifters rise at an angle, and since this is on the core side of the mold, there would be ejector pins and whatnot over here anyways, so the lifters wouldn't be that much of an added cost. And besides that, since it's an organic form, it's in an arc, there's not much possibility of overhang. And the only draft that was needed was actually on the ribs that allow the two body halves to kind of index to each other. And more on the trolley system, there's the trolley, the linkage, the jaw with its respective linkages, and then here's the linkage that connects the tongue and the tongue itself. And then going through this is a pin that allows it to rotate repeatedly. And there's also a pin here that will connect to the eyes, as each eye has a linkage itself. These were made using wire, just because of the limitations of 3D printing in small sizes. And on the other half of the housing, you can still see that organic shape that allows it to be taken from the mold quite easily, except this one has the hole for the button, and the button aligns with the ribs, so that way it's always indexed, and when you press it down, it'll return to its original spot every time. And there's just the screw bosses here that allow the screws to be embedded into there. And the eye sockets themselves allow for parallel movement to take out the object. Again, you would need lifters, but there is no technical undercut that would not allow the mold to be released. Again, it's on the cavity or the core side of the mold, so having lifters is not a problem. And the eyes themselves would be either double or triple shot injection molded, depending on the price of the mold that people are willing to pay, because you have the black insert, and then you have the green and the red, and here they're just two separate pieces, but in the final production model, that would be triple shot injection molding. And for each of the arms, it's silicone compression molding. First, the metal rod, which would be made out of the cheapest armature wire, which would be steel or aluminum, which would have the branches going out to the hands. That would be inserted into the mold, and then the two different colors would be scooped into the mold, and then the two halves would be compress over that and form this with the red toes and then the green skin, along with the rod that's running through here that allows the user to bend it in various ways. And then here's the mold for the arm. As you can see, it's been used, but the red silicone is just scooped onto here, and the rest is with green. And then in reality, it'd be a large press, but I just used a clamp, and this goes together and creates the hands and the arms.